Did you know that mixing turmeric with certain everyday foods is deadly for your health? Turmeric is a top spice for older adults, known for easing joint pain, reducing inflammation, and boosting brain health. But what most people don't know is that when turmeric is combined with certain foods, it can lose its benefits, or even backfire in ways that quietly damage your health over time. If you're someone who sprinkles turmeric into your meals, mixes it into drinks, or takes it as a supplement, this video could be more important than you realize. The truth is, turmeric isn't always compatible with everything on your plate. When combined with certain ingredients, it can block nutrient absorption, irritate your gut, interfere with medications, or create chemical interactions that place unnecessary stress on your body. You might feel a little off without knowing why. And all along, the problem could be something you thought was healthy. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 specific foods you should never mix with turmeric and explain what can happen when you do. These combinations might seem harmless at first glance, but science and real-world experience both tell a different story. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to make the most of turmeric without compromising your health. And if you've been feeling that your turmeric routine isn't giving you the results you expected, the answer might be sitting right there on your plate. Let's take a look at what these 4 foods are and why they might be turning your golden spice into a hidden risk. Number 1, iron-rich foods. Turmeric is celebrated for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, but when it's taken with iron-rich foods, it can quietly block the very nutrients your body needs to stay strong. The active compound in turmeric, curcumin, has been shown to interfere with iron absorption, especially non-heme iron, the kind found in plants, supplements, and fortified cereals. While that might not seem like a big deal at first, over time, it can contribute to subtle signs of iron deficiency, particularly in older adults who already absorb nutrients less efficiently. Iron is essential for producing red blood cells and transporting oxygen throughout your body. And as you age, even a small dip in iron can leave you feeling drained, foggy, or more vulnerable to illness. When turmeric binds to iron in the digestive tract, it reduces how much iron your body can actually absorb. That's especially risky for older adults who rely on leafy greens, lentils, fortified grains, or iron supplements to maintain healthy levels. If you're someone who adds turmeric to your morning cereal, spinach omelet, or iron-fortified oatmeal, you might want to reconsider that combination. It doesn't mean you have to stop using turmeric. It just means you need to separate the timing. Wait a few hours between your iron intake and your turmeric supplement or golden milk latte. This small shift can make a big difference in how your body absorbs and uses both the spice and the mineral. Our bodies become more sensitive to deficiencies with age. What might have been a non-issue in your 30s can become a real concern after 60. So if you've been feeling more tired lately, or if your doctor mentioned low iron, take a second look at how you're combining your foods. Because the problem might not be what you're eating, it might just be what you're eating with it. Number 2, dairy products. Turmeric and milk have been marketed as the perfect pair, especially in trendy drinks like golden milk or turmeric lattes. But the truth is, when turmeric is mixed with dairy products, especially cow's milk, cheese, or heavy cream, it can lose a significant part of its healing power. What's often overlooked is that dairy contains proteins like casein that can bind to curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, reducing its bioavailability, the amount your body can actually absorb and use. So while the drink might be warm and comforting, it may be doing far less than you think, especially when your body needs that support the most. Let's talk about someone like Barbara, 81 years old, who loved her nightly ritual of warm milk with turmeric before bed. She heard it was good for her joints and hoped it would help with the inflammation in her knees. But after months of consistent use, she wasn't feeling any better. Her sleep was still interrupted by aches, and her stiffness in the morning hadn't improved. When she brought it up during a visit with her health coach, they suggested removing the dairy and trying turmeric with a plant-based milk. Instead, something without casein. It wasn't an instant transformation, but after a few weeks, she noticed she was waking up with less stiffness and her mobility started improving. As we get older, our bodies often become more sensitive to how nutrients are delivered. The digestive system slows down, enzyme levels drop, and it becomes harder to extract benefits from the foods and supplements we take. Turmeric is already tricky to absorb on its own. That's why it's often recommended to take it with black pepper or a bit of healthy fat to enhance its uptake. But dairy, despite being a fat source, introduces proteins that can interfere with that process, neutralizing turmeric's effects before they even begin. Another concern is that many older adults are mildly lactose intolerant without realizing it. Mixing turmeric with dairy might not only weaken its benefits, but also lead to gas, bloating, or discomfort that gets blamed on age instead of the real cause. If your turmeric routine includes dairy, and you're not feeling the results you were promised, that could be the missing piece. Try switching to almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk, unsweetened and free of thickeners if possible. Add a pinch of black pepper to activate the curcumin, and you may finally start seeing the results you expected all along. Turmeric isn't magic, but when used correctly, it's powerful. The key is making sure nothing in your routine is getting in the way. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, acidic fruits. Turmeric may be known for soothing inflammation and calming the gut, but when you pair it with acidic fruits like oranges, grapefruits, tomatoes, or even pineapple, the result might be the opposite of what you intended. Acidic foods alter the pH of your stomach temporarily, and when turmeric enters that environment at the same time, its chemical structure becomes unstable. That means the very compound you're counting on, curcumin, can degrade before your body has a chance to absorb and use it. Instead of helping your joints, calming your stomach, or supporting your immune system, the turmeric gets neutralized and sometimes even irritates the very lining it's meant to protect. Let's consider someone like Dennis, 74 years old, who started adding turmeric to his morning smoothie. It had everything he thought he needed: banana, orange juice, a few frozen berries, and a heaping scoop of turmeric powder. He drank it faithfully, but after a while, he started noticing a strange pattern. His stomach felt tight, almost sour, and his acid reflux got worse, especially in the mornings. He couldn't figure out why. His meals were healthy, his exercise was regular, and he had even cut back on caffeine. But after reviewing his routine with a dietitian, it became clear that combining turmeric with high-acid fruits was triggering digestive issues instead of preventing them. What many people don't realize is that turmeric's effectiveness depends heavily on the environment you introduce it into. A highly acidic setting can change how your body recognizes and uses curcumin, sometimes breaking it down before it even leaves the stomach. And for older adults whose gut lining may already be sensitive or inflamed from years of wear, this combination can worsen discomfort. You might feel gassy, bloated, or have a burning sensation that lingers long after breakfast. Acidic foods also impact how turmeric interacts with enzymes in the small intestine. These enzymes play a big role in nutrient absorption, and when they're thrown off by too much acidity, it can cause a domino effect, affecting not just turmeric, but other vitamins and minerals in the meal as well. And if you're taking turmeric for a specific reason, arthritis, memory, immune function, you may never see results if your body can't access its full potential. This doesn't mean you have to give up fruits or turmeric. It just means you shouldn't take them together. If you enjoy citrus in the morning, wait an hour before having your turmeric, or have your turmeric with lunch or dinner away from acidic foods, like tomatoes or vinegar-based dressings. A little separation can go a long way. Sometimes the healthiest habits don't work because they cancel each other out. And as your body changes with age, those little mismatches matter more than ever. Pay attention to how your gut feels after a meal. Notice patterns. Because when you match turmeric with the wrong partner, it's not just a missed opportunity. It's a risk you don't need to take. Number 4, natural blood thinners. Turmeric may look harmless sitting in your spice rack, but make no mistake, it has a powerful effect on the body, especially when it comes to blood flow. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is a natural anticoagulant. That means it helps thin the blood, reducing clot formation and improving circulation. On its own, that can be a good thing, especially for older adults at risk of heart disease. But when you combine turmeric with other natural blood thinners, like garlic, ginger, ginkgo biloba, or even high-dose fish oil, you run the risk of tipping the scale too far. The result can be excessive thinning, leading to easy bruising, bleeding gums, nosebleeds, or in more serious cases, internal bleeding that goes unnoticed until it's too late. Take someone like Harold, 80 years old, who prided himself on doing things naturally. He took turmeric capsules every morning with his homemade green juice, which included garlic and ginger, and he followed it up with his fish oil supplement. He was trying to take care of his heart, but he started noticing black and blue marks on his arms that appeared without any injury. Once he even had to get up from dinner because of a sudden nosebleed that wouldn't stop. His doctor eventually discovered that his blood was thinning too much, not from medication, but from the combination of natural compounds that were working together in ways Harold never expected. Your body's blood clotting system is delicate, and as you age, it becomes even more important to maintain a healthy balance. Too thick and you risk clots. Too thin and you risk bleeding. Most people think of blood thinners in terms of prescription medication, but nature has its own version, and turmeric is high on that list. When combined with other natural anticoagulants, the effects can quietly intensify. You may not feel anything at first, but if you notice frequent bruising, slow healing cuts, or bleeding gums when you brush your teeth, it's time to pay closer attention. Turmeric doesn't need to be eliminated, but it does need to be managed. If you're already consuming garlic, ginger, or ginkgo regularly, try spacing them out. Have turmeric with lunch and garlic with dinner, or take your fish oil at a different time of day. It's not just about what you take, it's about when, how, and what you take it with. And if you're on blood-thinning medications, talk to your healthcare provider before adding turmeric in any form. Even a daily supplement or spiced tea could quietly interfere with your dosage, making it harder to control your levels. Natural doesn't always mean harmless. Sometimes too much of a good thing is exactly what throws the body out of balance. And when it comes to blood health, balance isn't optional, it's vital. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts to PE Nods. Turmeric can be a powerful ally for your health, especially as you get older. But like any tool, it has to be used wisely. When you mix turmeric with the wrong foods or take it at the wrong time, you may be doing more harm than good without even realizing it. The truth is, the small choices you make each day add up. And by being a little more aware of what you combine with turmeric, you give your body a better chance to actually benefit from its anti-inflammatory and healing properties. So take a moment to reflect. Are you pairing turmeric with iron-rich foods, dairy, acidic fruits, or natural blood thinners? If so, don't panic, but do consider adjusting the timing or the combinations. Sometimes all it takes is a simple change to unlock the real value of something you thought was already working. The goal is not to make you fearful of food. It's to help you become more thoughtful about how different parts of your diet interact. Your body is smart, and it's always giving you signals. If something feels off, whether it's sluggishness, bloating, or unexplained bruises, there's usually a reason. Turmeric is only as effective as the environment you give it to work in. Keep using turmeric if it's part of your wellness routine. Just give it the space it needs to work properly. Separate it from dairy. Avoid acidic pairings. Watch for signs if you're also consuming natural blood thinners. And above all, give your body the attention it deserves. You've worked hard to stay healthy. Don't let a few innocent mistakes cancel out your efforts. A little more awareness today can mean a stronger, healthier tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.